Welcome back to Butterfly Beauty. If you are looking for a fun, dramatic, and festive look, perfect for New Year's, you are in the right place. The star of the show today is the new Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette. And I'm loving all the cool tones and the sparkly, shimmery, fun colors. I have paired this dramatic cat eye with a nude ombre lip. So without further ado, let's get into this look. For primer, I use the Dr. Brandt's Pores No More. This will give us a nice smooth base. It's New Year's Eve, so we want our foundation and makeup to last all night. And then to give me that luminous glow perfect for New Year's, I took the Cogendo Aqua Illuminator. I placed it onto my skin with my fingertips and then blended it out with a damp beauty blender. For foundation, I use the Nars All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation, and I stippled it into my skin with the Sedona Lace Flat Top Kabuki brush. My foundation tends to break apart around my nose, so I applied it with my fingertips and blended it in with a damp beauty blender. This just helps it stay on. And then to further blend out the foundation and make sure we don't get cake face, I went in with my damp beauty blender. To correct my dark circles and really brighten the under eye area, I used the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. And then to highlight the high points of my face, I used the Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer. The shade I used is in Fair. And then I blended that out with my beauty blender. I mentioned in previous videos that I like to conceal and highlight my under eye area last because it tends to crease, and I like to set it directly after applying the concealer. I'm using a Morphe flat concealer brush for this. The flat concealer brush applied the concealer a lot easier than the Sigma one I was using prior. And of course, I blend that out with my beauty blender. And I immediately go in to set that using the MAC Emphasize Shaping Powder and the Real Techniques Contour Brush. This brush is my favorite for setting the under eye area. I'll be going in with the MAC Mineralize Skinfinish in medium to set the rest of my face. I'm using the Morphe E3 brush, which was highly recommended by Jaclyn Hill for setting her foundation. And I'm just patting the powder into the skin. For my brows, I start by spooling my brow hairs up, and then I will use the Dip Brow Pomade in dark brown and draw a line at the bottom of my brows. And then I spoolie my brow hairs down, draw a line at the top of my brows, and then connect them, slightly fill them in, and continue to blend. For the top part of my brow, I use the Brow Wiz in soft brown, which is a lighter color, so we don't have those harsh, angry brows. No one wants those. And then I set my brow hairs in place with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. And to prime the top half of our lid, I'm just taking what's left over on that concealer brush and then setting it with the Divinity shade. To ensure that the purple eyeshadow we're going to place on the lid really pops, I used a Nars shadow stick and blended it out with a small synthetic pencil brush, and you want to bring it right below the crease. For our transition color, I'm using Almond Truffle, which is a nice dusty rose color, and I'm blending it through our upper crease. And then for our metallic purple shimmer, I wet my MAC 242 shader brush with Fix Plus and then went in with Black Currant and tapped it across my lid to build up that pigmentation. Next, I will be taking Dark Truffle on a slightly smaller blending brush to diffuse it through the crease in order to really darken up that outer V and blend the purple shade into the crease. I then take Mocha in order to blend out the top part of our crease to ensure that we don't have any harsh lines. To further clean up our eye look, I'm taking a clean MAC 224 brush and blending those edges so they're nice and smooth. For an inner corner highlight, I took Pink Champagne from the Anastasia Self-Made palette, first wetting my brush with Fix Plus. I tight-lined with a black gel liner from L'Oreal, and then to smoke out my lower lash line, I took Dark Truffle on a flat liner brush and then blended that out with Mocha on a pencil brush. I used Divinity as a brow bone highlight, and I also used this pencil brush to clean up the outer edges of the eye look to make sure that they were nice and smooth. For our dramatic cat liner, I went in with the Morphe Slate Gel Liner and my favorite brush for applying wing liner, which is the Sedona Lace Bent Liner brush. To prep for lashes, I curled them and then used the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara and then applied my Red Cherry number 43 lashes off camera. My lashes are on and we're ready to move to the rest of the face. I'm using the MAC Emphasize powder to just brighten up the high points in my face. To bronze, I'm using the Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion in Iridescent Amber. I'm bronzing my cheekbones, bringing it up onto my forehead and along my jawline, and I'll also be contouring my nose and then cleaning up the center part of my nose and the sides of my nose with the MAC Emphasize powder. For contour, I'm taking MAC Sculpt and chiseling out my cheekbones and bringing it up onto my temples. And then I will be blending the contour out with that same pointed powder brush that I used to powder my face. And then of course we have to clean up under the contour to really make it pop. So I'm again using the MAC Emphasize powder. For highlighter, I'm first taking Anastasia Starlight on my new Sigma highlighter brush, which I got for Christmas and was super excited. And then I will be taking Becca's Pearl and highlighting the tops of my cheekbones because we need a ton of highlighter for New Year's, let's face it. Then for blush, I'm taking the It Cosmetics blush in Sugar Plum on a Morphe E4 brush, which is Jaclyn Hill's favorite blush brush, and so I had to get it. And then I sprayed my face with Fix Plus to melt the powders into the skin. And for our nude ombre lip, I took Strip Down from MAC, and I put Flesh Pot, also from MAC, in the center. And then I used the lip brush to blend it all together. and top that off with MAC's Oyster Girl lip gloss. This completes my fun and festive New Year's look. I wish you all a very safe and happy New Year, and I will see you next year. Remember, you're beautiful inside and out.